Good afternoon and welcome to Strata. My name is Daria Chinova and I'm joined today by John Geraghty, Taylor Murphy and Lachlan Glazer. We're research officers at Unity Body Corporate Management and today we will guide you through the basics of minimizing disputes and mixed-use developments. Strata communities are attractive to potential investors and residents as they offer access to amenities in a managed community. However, disputes, especially ones that arise at the earlier stages of the development, can decrease the value of the property and make it difficult for developers to sell at later stages. Our analysis reveals that conflicts within community title schemes typically stem from three main issues: the communal nature of living in a community title scheme, the physical design of the scheme, and the legal design of the scheme. Our presentation will not only delineate these issues in the context of mixed-use developments, but also offer you with practical recommendations for minimizing these disputes from arising in your forthcoming GABA composite project. Strata communities offer numerous advantages, such as access to shared amenities, heightened security, and dedicated management teams that oversee common properties. These features make strata communities appealing, and particularly in mixed-use developments like the GABA composite, where retail, hospitality, and business precincts are integrated. Currently, approximately 14% of Queenslanders live in strata communities. Despite its popularity, the nature of strata living is not for everyone and can often outweigh the benefits for some lot owners. The core challenge lies in the lack of awareness amongst consumers about the communal lifestyle inherent to strata communities. According to Bond University researcher Michael Weir, for many purchasers, the allure of investing or leasing a lot is competing with their interest of entering into a strata community in the first place, which is of course dependent upon a harmonious relationship between owners and occupiers. Living and working in strata schemes, of course, involves owning a specific lot within a building while sharing responsibility for common property. In mixed-use developments, this proximity often leads to interactions with a diverse mix of residents and business owners, each with different backgrounds, lifestyles, and objectives. Moreover, residents in strata schemes often do not realize that they are relinquishing a degree of autonomy and sovereignty over their lot. They are subject to regulations and bylaws set by strata management. All these elements, coupled with everyday stresses, create disputes within strata communities. Seeing as the GABA composite is a mixed-use development, what are the specific types of disputes that may arise from the nature of strata living? One type of dispute is, of course, one that occurs between two lot owners, where their lifestyles are in conflict and interests are competing. In the case of Artique, a 2021 matter adjudicated by the Queensland Body Corporate and Community Commissioner, a dispute arose between two lot owners regarding whether it was permissible for the respondent to smoke on a balcony. A different type of dispute, of course, is one that occurs between the body corporate and the lot owner, which can extend to business owners forming part of the mixed-use development. In another recent case of McTaggart's Place, also adjudicated in the Queensland Body Corporate and Community Commissioner Office, Body Corporate was in dispute with the lot owner who ran a business and used the common property for weddings and other functions. Similar issues may arise at the GABA composite, considering that the residents and business precincts are integrated, and it's imperative for you as developers to ensure that lot owners are informed of the nature of strata title living. Although the nature of living in strata communities plays a big role in attracting disputes, it's not the only reason as to why disputes may arise in strata communities. I'll hand over to John, who will speak to you about how the physical design and the legal design of the schemes may also attract disputes in the GABA composite.
Hi, my name is John Geraghty, and I'll be talking to you about how disputes can arise from physical and legal design of the scheme. The physical design of the scheme can be a large source of disputes in a strata scheme. The reasons for this dispute often stem from the design and organisation of the lots not pleasing all members of the scheme, as there are large numbers of people in very close proximity. One cause of dispute that could happen in the GABA composite can be residents not being able to improve their lot in the way they want due to legal provisions of the scheme. This can happen when a resident wants to install something such as a garden shed, but the physical design of the scheme does not allow that, as it may impact the complex aesthetically. Residents may not agree with this, which can cause disputes. As the GABA composite is a mixed-use development, the element of common areas can cause disputes. As there will be both residents in the complex and people there to use the amenities, disputes may arise as to where each group of people are allowed or how close the areas are. The design of the scheme can also cause noise complaints with regard to vertically and horizontally transmitted noise. This could also be a large problem with regard to a mixed-use complex, as there could be complications with how sound can be transmitted into residential areas. Poor living design can also cause disputes, as it can make people's living situations less pleasant than they would want it to be. This can be from poor placing of living areas such as being adjacent to bedrooms. Low quality building of the complex is also not good, as factors such as thin walls between different lots can cause disputes, as people do not want to hear other people's activities. Having a good physical design is crucial in minimizing disputes, as it can make many inconveniences to people's living. A large part of why disputes may arise in strata communities is the legal element of the scheme. If the legal design of the scheme is not up to par for the community, many problems with regards to disputes may arise. When someone buys into a strata scheme, they are not only buying a physical space, but they are also committing to becoming a collective of a body known as the body corporate. The body corporate is established under the Body Corporate and Community Management Act 1997. As this is a mixed-use development, it must also follow the Mixed-Use Development Act 1993. And it is responsible for the management and maintenance of the common property, which includes facilities which are shared, such as parking areas, recreational areas, and building exteriors. One element of the legal design of the scheme which may cause disputes to arise is there being inadequate or uncertain bylaws in the scheme. This occurred in the case of Broome Beach Resort Strata Scheme versus Wade and et 2022, which refers to the Strata Titles Act, where it was not clear how the common areas could be used under the scheme, which subsequently led to a dispute about someone using the common area inappropriately without knowing and not agreeing, as it was not clearly set out in the scheme. This shows that the bylaws in the scheme that aren't clear can form disputes. These disputes can also arise if there is a lack of clarity with regard to responsibilities of the body corporate and the lot owners. These may arise if it is not clear, for example, what each party is obligated to fix, such as repairs of roofs or pipes. Another example where disputes may arise is where it is not clear what owners can and can't do with regard to improving and changing their lot. Lot owners can sometimes stop the body corporate from accessing their lot, so they cannot carry out their duty to maintain. When looking at the legal design of the scheme, it is vital that clarity is achieved in all aspects, as most disputes arise from there not being clear or stated laws.
As you can see, disputes can certainly arise from the nature of living in strata, as well as the physical and legal designs of the scheme. But what actually happens if a dispute does arise? The dispute resolution process is highly dependent on the nature of the dispute. And disputes can be divided into complex and non-complex disputes, and Section 229 of the Body Corporate Community Management Act governs this process. The three dispute resolution methods are internal resolution, where reasonable steps are taken to resolve the issue within the body corporate. The next step would be conciliation, where an impartial mediator with knowledge of the Body Corporate Community Management Act can assist with negotiating a resolution. And the final avenue is formal adjudication. This might take place in a tribunal, such as the Queensland Civil and Administrative Tribunal, or QCAT, where an adjudicator considers written submissions and applications from those involved in the dispute. Dispute resolution that ventures beyond internal resolution is lengthy and costly. Litigation acts as a significant stressor for lot owners and the strata management team, or the body corporate. Hence, it is imperative to mitigate and minimize disputes from arising from the beginning of the development and lot sales. I'd like to hand over to Taylor and Lachlan, who will take you through recommendations on how to minimize disputes in the GABA composite development.
Hi, my name is Taylor Murphy, and today I will address a pressing issue that often plagues mixed-use developments: strata disputes. These disputes arise due to the diverse interests and needs of the occupants within these complexes, comprising residential, commercial, and retail spaces. However, amidst these challenges lies many simple solutions, which we are hoping to include within the GABA composite. By implementing proactive measures, such as having a strata manager on site day to day, establishing regulations around parking, and providing split access to property for residential and commercial purposes. The GABA composite offers a blueprint for minimising these risks and fostering harmony within mixed-use developments. First and foremost, let us delve into the common strata disputes that afflict mixed-use developments. Parking predicaments. Parking allocation often emerges as a bone of contention among residents and commercial tenants. Limited parking spaces can lead to frustration and conflicts, with residents vying for spots while commercial entities clamour for parking to accommodate their customers or clients. This disparity in needs often ignites tensions within the community. Noise nuisances. The combination of residential and commercial spaces can give rise to noise and nuisance complaints. Residents might find themselves disturbed by the hustle and bustle of commercial activities, deliveries, or events. While commercial tenants may face restrictions on their operating hours due to complaints from residential occupants, such discord can disrupt the tranquility of the community. Maintenance mayhem. Shared spaces like lobbies, elevators, and recreational facilities require meticulous maintenance. Disagreements often ensue regarding the responsibility for upkeep and the allocation of maintenance costs. Differing priorities between residential and commercial stakeholders further compound these disputes, making decision-making an arduous task. Access anxieties. The management of access points becomes a critical concern in mixed-use developments to ensure security and convenience. Residential occupants may harbour concerns about unauthorised access by commercial tenants or their clients. While commercial tenants may demand streamlined access for their operations, potentially compromising security protocols, balancing these conflicting needs is a delicate endeavour. Now let us explore how the GABA composite offers a beacon of hope navigating these turbulent waters. An on-site strata manager. The cornerstone of the GABA composite lies in the presence of a dedicated strata manager on site day to day. This proactive approach enables immediate resolution of disputes and ensures the efficient management of common areas, serving as a central point of contact for residents and commercial tenants alike. The strata manager fosters communication, collaboration, and cohesion within the community. Regulations around parking. The GABA composite model advocates for the implementation of clear regulations regarding parking allocation. The GABA composite will require all residential inhabitants to register their car information within leasing agreements, and as such, for commercial leaseholders, owners will be required to essentially sign up for a certain amount of allocated parking spots within their signed agreements. By establishing equitable parking policies that accommodate the needs of both residential and commercial occupants, conflicts can be mitigated. Reserved parking spaces for residents, designated areas for commercial use, and visitor parking provisions promote fair access to parking facilities, thereby fostering harmony within the community. Split access to property. Designing separate access points for residential and commercial purposes is instrumental in minimising conflicts related to security and convenience. By setting out distinct entrances and access for residential occupants and commercial entities, interference between different user groups is reduced. Within all parties' leasing agreements will be distinct regulations in regards to access. Different key types and personally charged fobs/key cards will be granted to all leaseholders. Well-defined access protocols enhance security measures while facilitating smooth operations for both residential and commercial tenants. The GABA composite presents a holistic approach to alleviate common strata disputes within mixed-use developments by embracing proactive measures such as having an on-site strata manager, implementing regulations around parking, and providing split access to property. The GABA composite paves the way for a harmonious coexistence within these communities. Let us embrace this model as we strive to build a vibrant, inclusive, and resilient mixed-use development.
My name is Lachlan Glazer, and I'll be finishing off the presentation with a proposal focusing on particular solutions to prevent conflict and improve residents' overall experience in regards to the design of the GABA composite building. Emphasis on zoning separation. In designing the GABA composite, it is imperative to prioritise the delineation of distinct commercial and residential zones to facilitate seamless coexistence and minimise potential conflicts. To achieve this, we propose a multifaceted approach. Architectural design. Incorporating architectural elements such as separate entrances, lobby areas, and elevators for commercial and residential spaces, and designated specific floors or sections of the building for commercial usage, ensuring class separation from residential units. Interior layout. Optimize interior layout to create functional and aesthetically pleasing spaces with each zone. Consider factors such as traffic flow, sight lines, and noise attention to enhance the overall user experience for both residents and commercial tenants. Landscaping and green space. Integrated landscaping features and green space throughout the development to act as natural buffers between commercial and residential areas. This not only enhances the visual appeal for the community, but also provides residents with a sense of outdoor space to enjoy. Implementation of access controls. To ensure the security and privacy of residents while fostering a sense of community, we recommend the implementation of robust access control measures. Keycards and the keycard enter system. Installing keycard enter systems at building entrances, communal facilities, and restricted areas to regulate access. This allows residents to easily access amenities while preventing unauthorized entry by non-residents or commercial tenants. Security personnel and on-site strata manager. Employee-trained security personnel and strata managers to monitor access points, patrol common areas, and respond to security concerns promptly. Their presence not only deters potential security threats, but also provides residents with a peace of mind knowing that their safety is a priority. Surveillance and monitoring. Utilising surveillance cameras and monitoring systems to track and record activities within the development. This serves as a deterrent to unauthorised behaviour, whilst also providing valuable data for security and incident investigation. Stringent criteria for commercial leasing. In selecting commercial tenants for the GABA composite, it is essential to prioritise compatibility with the residents' community and adhere to established standards. Tenant screening process. Implementing a rigorous screening process to evaluate potential commercial tenants based on a criteria such as business type, operational hours, and compatibility with the residential lifestyle. Conduct background checks, reference checks, and site visits to assess this suitability. Leasing agreements. Draft comprehensive leasing agreements that outline specific terms and considerations relating to noise levels, operating hours, water and waste management, and community engagement, including provisions for regular inspections and compliance audits to ensure ongoing adherence to lease terms. Community engagement. Encourage open community engagement and collaborations between the commercial tenants and residential occupants through community events, forums, and feedback. Fostering a sense of shared responsibility and mutual respect to promote a harmonious living environment for all. Our recommendations for the design of the GABA composite are rooted in the principles of proactive planning, collaboration, and community engagement. By prioritising zone separation, implementing access controls, and enforcing stringent criteria for commercial leases, we can create a vibrant and harmonious mixed-use community that thrives on mutual respect, cooperation, and shared values. This concludes our presentation. Thank you for your attention today. We trust that our discussion has equipped you with valuable strategies to reduce potential disputes in the GABA composite development. As we emphasised, many buyers are not fully aware of what living in strata schemes entails. It is crucial that we prioritise making the information readily available, such as through these engaging Welcome to Strata presentations. By clearly communicating, however, the physical and legal designs of the GABA composite, we influence a lot owner's lifestyle we can ensure that all stakeholders experience the maximum benefit. We appreciate your engagement and are happy to address any questions you may have.